So you've just watched Rings of Power and you want to know who Elendil really is. When you originally watched the films, you probably didn't know that this dude on the top right, that's Elendil. I didn't know until I watched Lord of the Rings, until I watched Rings of Power. And this is Peter Mackenzie from Rings of Power. He's Elendil, and this actor here is Peter Mackenzie, and Aragorn is his 38th grandson. I'm not doing all those great-great-grandfather things. Elendil was born in SA 3119. This does contain lots of spoilers. He ruled from SA 3320 to 3441. He died at the ripe old age of 322. Not bad for an old man. At the siege of Barad-dûr, that's when he confronts Sauron, and then he gets smashed in the side with a mace, and that's when Isildur jumps in the way and slices the fingers. He was named after the great king Tar Elendil of old. Elendil's dad, Amandil, foresaw the future, so told him to prepare and told him to get 9 ships and go out to sea and see what happens. After the events, what happened to Tar Pharazôn, they saw everything happen. They saw the ocean open up, and they saw the world start to bend round. That must have been insane to see. And then this massive wave lifted them up and high as a mountain. And in the book, The Fall of Numenor, it changed from a hill to a mountain, and then it's supposed to have landed far inland, but I think it landed just close to the sea. But they see it just get overwhelmed. They took with them the scepter of Numenarius, the ring of Barahir, and the sword of Narsil, which ended up being Aragorn's sword after it gets broken, which I'm pretty sure is that one right there. They even took the Palantirs, which were gifts from the elves, and a sealing of the tree of Nimroth. After the fall of Numenor, Elendil and his kids were the last surviving members of the House of Elros. Literally have no idea which family that is. I need to have a look into that. Oh my god. Right, as Elendil landed and stepped foot onto the land, he said a phrase which I'm going to read. I think it's an Elvish. I think it's Sindarin. Et iralo endorina utelion sinom maravan or hildinya tenamba meta. Great pronunciation, right? Why don't you make a video, post and tag me in it and tell me how it's properly done. Out of the great sea to Middle Earth I am come. In this place will I abide, and my heirs unto the ending of the world. Cool. Anyway, moving on. Elendil's sons landed further south, where Anarion founded Minas Anor in Anorion. Sounds quite familiar, right? I wonder if they sounded it after themselves. Minas Ithil in Ithilien was run by Isildur. They ruled Gondor from its capital. They had 2 thrones next to each other because they wanted to share the rule, which was pretty cool for siblings. So in the year 3019, Numenor fell. 110 years later, 3429, Sauron attacked again. In Minas Ithil, Isildur did a runner to Elendil, his dad, and left Anorion in charge. They returned with the big bad Gil-galad and all his forces, which became the last alliance of elves and men. Defeating Sauron's armies, they laid waste to they didn't lay waste to the land, but they laid siege to Dol Guldur, where Sauron was for 7 years, and right at the end is when he came out because he had no other choice. Sadly, after this battle, there was Elendil's loss, there was Gil-galad's loss, and because of their friendship, was lost to the ages because of their deaths. There was nothing the same size ever again. They sort of just drifted apart. Now knowing the story, obviously, Isildur takes up the shards of Narsil, cuts off the hand or fingers, and refuses to chuck it in the way it could have been destroyed. If you got this far, thanks for watching. Make sure you drop us a follow.